Clearly I'm not crushing that hard. Everything goes wrong. Hey everyone! Okay, so today it is time for another Leighannswers, and I'm doing something a little bit different today. It has a theme. Do you know Estee from Essie Button on YouTube? Here, YouTube channel name Essie Button. She does beauty videos and she also has a vlog channel, and she has a dog that's really cool looking and I really like it. I would really like to meet the dog. I would also like to meet her in person. Anyway, she also does Q&A videos like I do my Leighannswers, and she had the idea that we both kind of like do the theme of like love slash relationship slash mushy stuff for this month in celebration of Valentine's Day. So this is kind of like a semi-collab kind of deal, and I will link her channel or her video down below, something like that. So check her out too. Anyway, as usual, I posted on Instagram and Twitter and asked you guys for questions, and I've never done a themed one before, but it's such a good idea. And so we kind of like have focused things, and I feel like people ask a lot of times about like dating advice and like ask me about like my situation. I get a lot of questions about that. I was also kind of nervous. I was like, I don't know if I could do this, because you know how I am. I'm kind of like I got a little wall around that situation in my life. But you know what? You guys sent in some awesome questions and we're tearing walls down today. It's all coming out. No, it's not. Don't worry. Nothing will get on you. I'm gonna go to Twitter first. Twitter can be fun, guys. Okay, Holly Madeline at HollyBabyXOXO said, have you ever been in a long distance relationship? What is your advice for someone that is? I was in a long distance relationship last year, and it was actually my very first one ever. I've always avoided it like the plague, because I know myself at least a little bit at this point, and I just can't do long distance relationships. They're very hard, they're very challenging, and honestly I was shocked that I was even like halfway down to get into a situation like that. But I guess my advice would be try to stay in touch as much as you can. I don't have advice actually. I know people that have been like, oh yeah, we were in a long distance relationship for like years or whatever, and then they stay together, but like they were able to sustain that kind of relationship. My personality, I can't do that. Like I can't go without seeing someone for like 100 years and then like pine for them for ages. Like that's not me. So I would say do your best. Try to keep in touch as much as you can. That was horrible advice. Let's pretend like that question didn't happen. I tried. Okay, next, this is at Anna the Big Red Dog. How did you handle your first breakup? My first breakup with my first real boyfriend, badly. I would say it was my worst breakup, or like I felt the worst after that breakup, but it might have just been because it was like my first one. It might be that I was just like hardened. My heart was hardened after that, and I was just like, never gonna feel feelings again. You know, live and learn. Next up we have at Taylor with lots of T's and lots of R's. Very nice, definitely into that style. Do you want to get married and have kids anytime soon? I'm gonna say no. I don't know what you mean by soon. I know in the next couple of days or weeks I will definitely not be doing either of those things. I don't have a boyfriend, and I think that would be the first step, and then there's a lot of steps in between married and kids. So I'm not sure what kind of apocalyptic kind of event would urge me to get married and have kids soon. It would have to be something kind of drastic slash very drastic. So I guess the answer is no. Okay, next up is Amy Catherine at redlips_redhair. Advice for people in controlling relationships. If it's the kind of control that's not making you happy and it's just like making your life a mess or whatever it might be, which it probably is since you're concerned about it, I would say just get out of it. Just leave, because there are other situations where you can have your freedom and you can, you know, be your own person and not have to worry about somebody like on your back all the time. So like just get out of it. But maybe I'm being bossy, maybe we're in a controlling relationship right now, but at the same time it seems to me that you know that it's kind of a bad situation, so I'd say get out of it. Okay, we're gonna move on to Instagram. There are some very deep questions. On Instagram, I posted one of my favorite Tina Valentine's. It's just like, ooh, this is a very interesting question. Kirsty Ken said, do you think being a YouTuber complicates finding a decent man? Decent man. I don't, What does that mean? Skipping over that really quick. The only thing that is like a little bit awkward is like explaining it for the first time. Just be like, oh yeah, I do this thing, because typically, I don't know, like the guys that I meet or whatever, like they don't really know about like the whole world of YouTube or whatever. And so it's something like brand new and they're like, what do you do? So, but I don't think it's ever like a turn off or like a like, oh, you are so weird. Why do you do that? I can't talk to you. So it's never really gotten my way before, but I thought it was very interesting that you asked that. Camry Nan said, how old were you when you had your first kiss? P.S. I love you so much. I love you so much too. I was 16. Yeah. I think I was 16 years old. And to combine it with another question that was 2 up, Charlotte with 1,000 E's said, first kiss story. I don't really remember many details. Is that pathetic? But it was my very first boyfriend and it was kind of magical. I think we were at like one of his friend's house or something, and I feel like we were at one of his friend's houses and they weren't home. I'm not even sure. I don't remember the details. But we were on his roof. We were sitting on a roof of a 2-story house, and I don't really remember what we were talking about or anything like that, but we kissed and it was good. It was nice. I liked it. It didn't go badly at all. Brielle McCarty said, when it comes to guys, is age just a number? Okay, assuming you're both above the like legal age or whatever, assuming that, I wouldn't say age is just a number, but I don't think it's as big of a hurdle as some people make it out to be. I do think you run into issues once you get into like, oh, he's double my age or something like that. Like that's can get a little sketchy, but at the same time, like if your lives are similar, it could work, right? I am not an expert. Had to turn on the fan because I'm burning up in here, but back to questions. Okay. Grace Dover 12 said, do you have a crush on a guy? I don't think I would use the word crush, but to answer your question, I think I'd have to say yes. I Love Olaf said, Valentine's pizza or Valentine's date? Valentine's pizza would totally be a perfect date. What? Christina Lynn said, when was your last legit relationship? I don't know if I could say it was 100% legit, but at the same time, I don't know. Last October. I don't know. Your name is so hard to say. Simplicia Cakes. Top 3 celeb crushes: Joaquin Phoenix, Ryan Gosling, Jason Schwartzman. There's another one and it's on the tip of my tongue and I cannot think of him right now. Clearly I'm not crushing that hard because I can't even remember. I don't think about them that much, not gonna lie. Babyface Bone said, why do you think most of your relationships up to this point have been unsuccessful? Is it them, you, or more situational? P.S. I'm way too old to be watching your videos, but I love you. There's no age limit here. Anyway, all of my relationships so far have been unsuccessful because looky here, I am not in a relationship. I don't know. How do we define successful relationship? If it ends, is it unsuccessful? I don't know. Anyway, I would definitely say it was like a combination. I've had a number of relationships, and so sometimes it's them, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's both. Often it's both. All of the above. Around with a Rose said, what does your dream love feel like? Is it comforting or exciting or adventurous? I would say a combination of exciting and comforting. Well, more than anything, I look for excitement / interest. Like, I get bored kind of easily. I know that sounds horrible, but I do. So like if my interest starts to fade, then everything's gone. Like if I'm not just like vividly interested in the person, I don't think vividly even works there, but if my interest isn't being held, then I'm bored and I'm out of it. You know what I mean, right? My ideal love is interesting. Tabsia JR, I don't know how to say your name. Have you been able to stay friends with any of your exes, or does breaking up mean you never speak to those people again? Definitely does not mean that. More often than not, I stay friends with people that I've dated because, hello, if they were cool enough or interesting enough or whatever to actually date, then I don't really want to like excommunicate them unless something like really horrible, like call the cops horrible, has happened. I often can like make up with them or be friends, or you know, definitely I don't consider any of my exes like enemies, if that answers your question. Like I don't do the whole thing where I'm just like, we can't know each other. Like that's just not me. But at the same time, I'm a super forgiving person. I'm also someone that's like, I just kind of want things to be cool. I just don't see the use of like having an enemy, you know? Especially when it's someone that you really, really trusted at one time. Ari Unwritten said, what fictional, possibly movie screen character describes you best in a relationship? Are you like a Scarlett O'Hara, or maybe a Rose from Titanic, or maybe even Kip from Napoleon Dynamite? Could be a male fictional character. Please answer. Either way, looking forward to the video. Oh, I loved this question and I was thinking about it forever, and I don't know. I could be so many things. Madonna in Desperately Seeking Susan, Maggie Gyllenhaal in The Secretary, Debbie Harry / Nikki in Videodrome, just to name a few. No, I honestly could not pinpoint a perfect answer. All of those were more of like funny answers to me, but I loved the question. Points for you for that question for sure. I like the way your mind works. Edward Wolf said, will you be my Valentine? Sure, why not? Eclair Bear said, are you the Tina in the relationship or Jimmy Pesto? I'm gonna assume you mean Jimmy Pesto Jr. I've definitely played both roles. I'm not just one. So I feel like it's probably been equally of both, and even within the same relationship, I've been both. So I'm a confusing person. I'm multiple people on the inside. All right, and the last question I'm gonna do, even though there are so many good questions, Miss Cannibella said, what is your type? I don't think that I have a type, just in the same way that I don't think I am a type. That could be deluded thinking, but I don't think I am a certain type, and I definitely don't like the guys that are a certain type. Like, I've dated guys that look completely different, guys that do completely different things, like totally different things. I think more than anything, like, I have to have some stuff in common with them, so maybe my weird non-typeness kind of is reflected in that. Like, I like a guy that likes like a huge variety of things, and like there's always something unexpected or like little weird niche things that he's super into. Like, I like someone that is very interesting and very interested in things, and we can kind of come together on that kind of thing. Like, always wanting to get out there and like learn more things. So I don't think that's like a type. I definitely don't have like a physical type, but you know, at the same time, I don't feel like you can help what you're attracted to. But I'm also attracted to different things all the time. So it is what it is. Anyway, if you haven't already, check out Essie's channel. She's super cool. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you have, thank you so much. You are my people and I love you. And if you want to find me anywhere else on the internet, follow me, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, all of it. LeighAnnSays, absolutely everywhere. And I love hearing from you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. P.S. Have a happy Valentine's Day, and don't forget that I love you. What other answer is there? Because I'm kind of burning alive, and they are getting deep fast. Okay, I should just take that whole part out. Anyway, have you ever watched those videos where like babies are going through tunnels? Like, I wasn't just in a tunnel, but it might have appeared that I was. Those things are hilarious and weird. It's like all babies are a strange alien that fears tunnels.